Hi, welcome to the Vaguely Anime Podcast. I am one of the hosts this evening, Michael, followed by other host and Culture Corner person, Sage.
Hi.
And hi. We're going to, at least for a little bit, talk about The Boys, season 3.
Season 4.
Season 4. Up to the episodes that are out currently, which is...
I think it's because the first week they dropped 3 episodes. So I think it's, we're up to episode 5.
I think so. So... I mean, this will come out in a month, but spoilers up to episode 5 of The Boys.
Yeah.
Although generally, I think the season's good.
I think this season is good. I just think, I don't know if maybe I'm just like remembering wrong, but I feel like this season is definitely slower pace. Do you know what I mean?
If it is, I haven't really noticed that.
I think a part of it is this meandering, like Frenchie and Colin storyline.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it feels like all the drama and momentum and action is halted
Anytime it's about that.
anytime it's about that.
Right.
Because
I would
then
agree.
it's suddenly Frenchie being like, oh my God, I killed his parents. How do I tell him?
Yeah, which is, hey, just don't bang the guy.
I'm like, there is such a
But also, we know that they're broken people, so...
clear and easy solution here, Frenchie.
Don't bang the guy?
Don't bang the guy. But like,
Yeah.
Kamiko is right, because she's like, fuck literally anybody else, bro. Come
Yeah.
on.
Well, no, Kamiko doesn't know. It's the, it's his
Oh, yeah, she-
ex-girlfriend or whatever.
Oh, yes, she's the one that knows, Shuri.
Who was like, yeah, bro, don't?
Yeah, come on.
It's pretty fucked up.
Have you thought about not doing that?
Which is fair.
Yeah, also the, I will say the absolute insanity of, Huey's dad.
See, that's, well, what, in episode 5?
Yeah.
See, that's where I'm also like, that felt unnecessary because nothing really changed. He had already had the lesson.
I know.
The end of episode 4, he had already gotten the lesson of I should let him go.
Yeah.
And then episode 5 was just I should let him go. And it's like, well, yeah.
But
you also now killed 30 people in that process of learning the lesson you already learned.
My whole thing is like, I just really don't understand why the mom, like, I don't understand what her motives are.
Why she would just do that?
Yeah, because like, since she's been introduced, I'm like, I can't trust anything you say or do, lady.
Right.
Like, that's not my fault that I can't, but you just seem so weird and suspicious.
Not superstitious, but just a little stitious.
But you know what I mean? Like, she just feels off, and we know she
agree.
works for Vought.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what's the end goal here?
Yeah.
I'm like, do you want to just make poor Huey's life even more traumatizing? Like, he was fully ready to do the right thing and let go, and then you made it 20 times worse.
Absolutely.
You know? Instead of him, like, naturally passing, it's like, oh, now we have to put him down like an old dog. The fuck?
I mean, yeah, no, I agree. It's just like you're sitting there and you're like, okay, Huey got the lesson before he made the mistake,
Yeah.
and now he has to follow through with the consequences of the choice he didn't make anyway.
Yeah.
Although he did bring that option there, so I mean, it is still partially his fault.
Right.
And now it's like now you're forcing him to live with this consequence that he was not going to do.
Also, unrelated, I think what's going on in the 7 is really interesting, particularly with like Homelander, Sage, the something.
The Deep?
No, Sage, like the super smart girl.
Yeah.
Or the smartest person.
Sister Sage, yeah.
Yeah.
And Firecracker.
And Firecracker, like, I really like that dynamic. I think that's really interesting. And I like where that's going. I just feel like with the boys themselves, I don't know if maybe they're just not giving enough answers or making me ask enough questions. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like even like the weird stuff with Kamiko, and then she's fighting that other girl.
Who I assume is like her sister or something.
I assume they have some kind of past together.
Well, yeah, I mean they definitely do.
Right, but you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't think she's related to her, because I'm pretty sure Kamiko only had the brother.
Oh yes, I did forget. I remembered she had a sibling.
Yeah, her brother, who had like I think like force wind powers kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
But maybe they were in the same kind of like they grew up together and then they were both taken.
Yeah.
That's where I'm assuming this is heading, but I don't really know. But at the same time, like everyone just feels like they're getting not enough development or not enough like important enough plot points to the overarching story.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the stuff going on with Victoria Newman is really interesting, and her having the like soup killing virus,
Which didn't go anywhere.
But I'm like, but you know what I mean? Like her character is still interesting.
Yeah, although she's really fucked up for putting her daughter.
Oh my god, the daughter's
her power also sucks. I mean, it doesn't because it kills people really well, but like, it sucks.
But it's all, oh my god, I was like, damn, why would you do that? You
Yeah.
made such a mistake, lady.
Why would you do that to your kid?
Yeah, you done fucked up.
Yeah.
Also,
agree.
I've been seeing this like online theory. You know how Becca is like a hallucination for Homelander, for Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy, Negan, someone online was like, "Is this also a hallucination? Because he doesn't interact with anybody else, and it's always when they're alone."
Oh.
Which I was like, "You are absolutely correct."
Yeah, that is true.
Like I feel like Becca is before Butcher inevitably kicks it. Becca is like the angel on his shoulder being like, you have one job before you die, and it's to secure the safety of my son. Right? And Negan is the devil on his shoulder being like, no, we should continue on our quest to like fuck up all soups at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, no, I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
I feel like it would make so much sense
Yeah.
if he was a hallucination, because nobody else, he hasn't mentioned this person to anybody on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else has like seen him or talked to him except for Butcher.
I was gonna say at the end of the episode for 5, I guess he only talks to Butcher.
And they're by themselves.
Well, I mean, it's the 3 of them: the Doctor, Butcher, and him.
Oh yeah, but is the doctor even there?
Yeah.
Because I thought
They cut off his leg, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
no, because the scene is like, oh, the guy's leg is cut off, and then
Yeah, and they're in the barn, like under the barn, and his leg is gone. He's like, "You cut off my fucking leg," and he's like, "Yeah, well, we needed to."
oh, you're right.
I don't remember if he says
I
anything
thought they
or
I thought they like exited after that.
I don't remember if he acknowledges the other guy. I
don't think so. But I could be wrong.
I don't remember, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know that there is a time when he's with other people.
Also, what's going on with Ryan is really interesting. Like the fact that Homelander realized like, no, I have to change my manipulation tactic here. Like I can't force him to be what I need him to be.
Yeah.
Through like strict rules and stuff like that. But if I do it as this caveat of you can do whatever you want,
Mm-hmm.
you know, even, and I won't restrict you in any way. But at the same time, I'm going to be whispering in your ear to encourage bad behavior.
Yeah. Which he seemed pretty happy about that bad behavior. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I don't know I don't know if I'm supposed to be getting the vibe that I shouldn't feel bad about you now or that I should. I do still. I'm like,
I was gonna say, I
like
think
Ryan, you need to be out of this environment.
no, I
but-
think you should still be feeling bad for Ryan because he's so obviously being manipulated.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he's 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
What the primary authority figure in his life is encouraging for him to do and say, like, his actions, it's not really his fault.
Yeah.
You know, he the whole like resistance to Homelander at the beginning was because Becca was trying to teach him to live like a normal person's life in complete isolation, but you understand.
Yeah.
But like have good morals, be like, even though yes he has these superpowers, like he can't just do whatever the hell he wants. He still has to be a good person.
Yeah.
And value human life and understand it, you know. Whereas Homelander is like propping him up, being like, no, we're gods. We don't need to answer to these puny humans.
Yeah.
They're ants. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with Ryan.
Same. Yeah. No, like every time Ryan's on screen, I'm like, oh God, like kid, please.
Yeah.
You gotta bail.
But how is he supposed to know?
No,
you know?
I know.
Like Becca's dead. Butcher essentially disowns him, you know, after they started building this bond. And Homelander is welcoming him with open arms.
Yeah.
Even though, like, in the beginning, he's not, like, obviously a fan of Homelander because he thinks he's weird. And, like...
Because he is.
Because he is. And he can tell that there's a rift between him and Becca and, like, their ideologies. He's siding with Becca. That's why he doesn't like him.
Yeah.
But now that she's out of the picture and Butcher's out of the picture and that's his only influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's not a great situation for him. And then it's like with the rest of the boys too, it's like they're all kind of just spinning their wheels.
Yeah.
And I will say I did realize this, that Frenchie, not that he was ever unattractive, but this season, I don't know what they
He looks
changed
so
up his
good,
style,
right?
But damn, that dude is hot.
He looks so good this season.
I was like the side shave and like the slight like
yes,
this man pulls off the look. He fucking.
He looks so good this season.
He's hot. I was like, yeah, dude. If I were Colin, I'd also fucking be right there. Like, damn.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, what happened in between seasons?
He got hot.
Glow up.
Yeah, he figured out his style.
Yeah.
Like, damn. And fucking the actor for Mother's Milk fucking lost like 20 pounds, shaved his beard.
I know.
It was like, dude also looked completely different. I was like, damn, man, good for you. And then, you know, you have the whole conversation with Starlight and that actress and whatnot, but that's to each their own, whatever.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
Although I do like her and Huey still like now being like more confident in their relationship.
Yeah.
And also the thing with the fucking abortion.
So I was thinking about this and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, obviously devastating that that's aired out on national television.
Uh-huh.
And it's used as an attack against, like, who you are as a person. Like, truly scummy.
Yeah.
And I think Starlight had every right to beat the shit out of her.
Mm-hmm.
Bad optics that it was on TV.
Sure was.
But I was like, no, fuck her up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I'm curious because I'm like, is that even allowed? Like, where did you get that information from? Because at first I was like, oh,
well,
maybe
she said that Sister Sage got it. They definitely got it illegally.
I was gonna say because like that's you can't just be
they
giving
definitely got
people
it illegally, but like it doesn't matter because nobody would care.
I know, but I don't know. If I was Starlight,
dude, they let her get away with being a fucking pedophile.
Wouldn't the better optics for Starlight be? I don't know. Maybe it's too late now to come out and be like, even if this is true, the way she aired out my personal medical records is so much worse.
Yeah, but they don't care. We all know they don't care.
But like,
because to the people they're appealing to, they don't give a fuck. You murdered a baby.
right.
And to that, and they already let Firecracker off the hook for being a pedophile.
True.
So I don't think they give a shit if she was like, how dare you go into my private medical records.
But wouldn't that like help boost up Starlight's audience?
But the people that like Starlight would already like Starlight still.
I guess.
It's not like she really lost her people, but more people are now attacking her.
True. It's
There's
not
just
that
more
Starlight
people against
lost
her now.
people, but Firecracker gained.
Yeah.
And with the public beating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, and that conversation when she comes back and like her and Huey have that talk, and she's like, I can't believe she did that. She's like, this is not helping. And he's like, you're right. I'm sorry. But like, I know that was like a hard decision for you.
Right.
And like, it was like, oh God, this is fucking
So
terrible.
fucked. I need this. I need things to start going slightly right. You know what it is? Everything from episode 1 to 5 has just been this downward
I feel like
shit
that's
spiral.
the same with every season though.
I know, but at least like in the downward shit spiral of like seasons 1, 2, and 3, you can see like, okay, here they have the upper hand. Okay, now they lost it. But now here they have the upper hand. There's always a little moment of like,
They have it. Yeah. No, it's God.
And
it's,
I'm waiting for A-Train to turn. I can feel it.
or he's gonna die.
He's either gonna die or he's gonna be playing double agent.
Yeah.
And
Although,
personally, Sage definitely knows that A-Train is the mole, right?
I think if she doesn't know for a fact, she's like
He's
there's
her
no
number one
else.
suspect.
Yeah, like there's no one else it could be,
Right.
but she doesn't have the proof.
Tangible evidence.
Yeah.
She is that kind of person where she needs hard.
Plus, I mean, she dropped that line right in episode 5 where she was like,
Yeah.
and it seems like,
Like she's saying to him, I know.
yeah, like it wouldn't.
And now you know I know.
Yeah, it didn't run out of the room itself or whatever. But then they gave the fake mole. So who knows? But I feel like Sister Sage is not buying that.
No, I think she's definitely not buying it, but I think Homelander bought it for the time being. Also, what's her name? The redhead?
Yeah, the one that doesn't have any hair.
Yeah, poor thing.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of her name right now?
Because I feel like she's a kind of inconsequential character.
I know, but I really like her as a character.
Let me see if I can
Yeah, girl's just taking L's. Poor thing. And who? Oh yeah, it was the Deep who's like talking down to her. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. Well, because Sister
Sage.
yeah, Ashley
Ashley, thank you.
was like, she can't talk to you like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're a god. And meanwhile, you're fucking an octopus.
Does the Deep have water powers, or he can only talk to animals? I mean, like water.
He has super strength. He has
aquatic
like
animals.
They all have like super strength and invulnerability to an extent, but he has water powers, I believe, because he can breathe underwater.
Better way to describe it. Does he have like a water manipulation, like water bending style?
No, yeah, I think he can just like swim faster. And
Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah. He can just swim really good.
I think he's just like Aquaman,
Okay, gotcha.
except with the gills
Yeah.
and fucks octopuses.
Yeah. Has he fucked other sea creatures, or his thing is mainly octopuses?
I think it's just the octopus, who's voiced by
Isn't it Tilda Swinton
Yeah,
or something?
Tilda
Which
Swinton.
is really funny to me.
yeah, sure is, and then he's also banging Sister Sage,
Yeah.
who lobotomized herself beforehand.
I feel that scene, and then he's just. While I was watching that, I was like, "You trust this man to properly lobotomize you? He is a fucking idiot." But I guess even if it went wrong, she was saying her brain is like constantly reproducing itself.
Yeah.
That's why she is the smartest person in the world, because she has like infinite storage, if you will.
Yeah.
So I guess if he fucks up, just try again. But yeah, that lobotomizing. But at the same
Which
time,
means she's done that multiple times.
oh yeah, I'm sure she probably figured out like early on that to be like detached, or maybe even for her it's like a normal level of intelligence, like
Yeah.
the average IQ, like that's the best way to achieve that, as opposed to doing like getting like super baked or like taking like any kind of recreational drugs.
Yeah.
Like maybe that just does not affect her as much.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, we got to go whole hog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That scene was so uncomfortable.
Oh my God.
It literally, this show has like the same feeling as going into an episode of The Bear. You're just like,
Yeah.
okay, play. We're just like, you're just like sitting there waiting, like on the episode, and you're just like, continue watching, and you're just like, yeah, okay, let's do it. It's just every time you're like, oh God, when am I going to see? What's going to happen?
I also think it's really funny that this like stand-in Black Noir that they have, where they kept being like, you're not supposed to talk.
Yeah, you
That's
don't talk.
your
Shut up,
whole
Black Noir.
thing,
Yeah.
is that you don't talk. And he's like, I just don't understand my motivation as Black Noir.
Who's in it again? Who's in the suit?
Have we seen their face?
Didn't we last season? They were like, hey, you're just going to be the new Black Noir. Or did we not?
I don't believe so. We saw the original Black Noir's face
Yeah.
in the last season, but I don't know if we saw the replacement. Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see his face later.
Oh, maybe we don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we do. But that scene where Homelander goes to like the lab or facility or whatever,
He's still being played by the same actor, though.
that's really funny. But now he gets lines.
Yeah, but he is a different person.
That's really funny. So maybe we won't see his face if he's being played by the same actor.
It's really funny, though. They're just like, hey, man, you want to just keep doing it? I mean, like, it doesn't matter. We don't see your face.
Yeah, but now we get to hear your voice.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, but, like, I don't think I've had many issues with this season so far in general. Like, I think it's been fine. But season 5 definitely was, like, my first one where I was like...
Episode 5?
Yeah, episode 5. One of our friends, he was messaging me about it, and he was like... He doesn't like this season really at all. But he was like, episode 5 is like Game of Thrones season 8 level bad. And I was like, I haven't watched it yet. I'll get back to you. Watched it. And I was like, I do not agree with that. I don't think it's a very good episode, but I don't agree that it's season 8 level bad. It just feels like we started at A
And ended at A.
and ended at A, but now with more steps in between.
Yeah.
Like everything ended in episode 4, and it just felt like they were like, anyway, let's just like pad out an episode of all the things that were going to happen, but like all the characters decided we're not doing this.
I guess the only thing that is different, or like there's an outcome, is they had to use the soup killing virus.
Right.
So Victoria has to start from square one again to get it back.
Yeah. Well, technically she can't because she thinks everyone's dead. That was working on it.
True, but
The only thing that changed is that Edgar is now in play,
yeah.
which kind of whatever. As much as I
don't know. I kind of like that he's back in the picture.
I honestly
'Cause
forgot what
I-
happened with him. I thought he was dead. Like I couldn't remember what happened to his character. And so when he showed up in the prison, I was like, "Oh, you're not? Didn't you like die?"
No. I'm trying to think. So after what happened was after Compound V got exposed, he was going on the defensive, being like, obviously we didn't know about this. I personally did not know about this.
Yeah.
You know, that was never our intentions to like bamboozle you. And then in season 3, he thought he was going to get the jump on Victoria because he's like, you're doing too much, girl. You know, if you don't stop, I'm going to expose you as a soup.
Yeah.
Because so far, only the boys and a couple, maybe a handful of other people know
Right.
that she's the head popper.
Which, what a power.
Right? So instead, she got the 180 on him. And she exposed him for a bunch of, like, I guess, like, fraud and, like, money crimes, I assume.
Right.
Stuff like that. To do with Vought.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So he not only, he couldn't just, like, step down. He got arrested.
Yeah.
And that's why Ashley becomes...
She was going to go work for Disney.
She was going to go work for Disney. And I think, does Homelander appoint himself the new CEO? Or is Ashley the CEO for a little bit and then it's Homelander?
I think it's Ashley, like, is. But
She's the face
Yeah.
as the CEO, but Homelander is like...
she doesn't have the same kind of thing as Edgar.
Right.
To hold Homelander back.
Right. But yeah, that's why he's in prison.
It's going to be so satisfying when Homelander dies.
Oh my God, right?
It's going to be so fucking cathartic.
I'm very curious as to how this, like, because it can't be that Homelander and his bastardized version of the Seven win.
No.
I mean, I guess it could be, but that's pretty bleak.
I mean, yeah, but this show is pretty bleak.
That's true. I wonder if it's gonna be Ryan that takes him down. Because the only thing I've noticed is Homelander isn't pushing Ryan to train his powers outside of like the sprinkling scenes we got while he was still living with Becca.
Yeah.
Like there hasn't been like like you should test to see like how far you could do your laser eyes, how hot they can be, flight, strength, anything.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if we're ever going to get like either a montage or like training, like little training snippets. Because there's an end goal,
Yeah.
you know, for Homelander. It's not just, oh, let me prop my kid up so he feels good about himself.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know if Ryan's the guy to be the one that, like, as much as Ryan has a reason to be the final blow, I don't know if, like, that's who I want to see do it, at the moment at least.
I would agree with that at the moment.
Like, I feel like I want that win to be the boys.
I would definitely agree with that, but I think it would be Ryan is facilitating the final blow, but on the side of the boys.
Yeah. It's Kamiko. Mostly because I just love Karen Fukuhara.
Oh my God. I
love her so much. She rocks.
I was watching some like interviews with the cast the other day, and she just seems like the sweetest, nicest person in the world.
Apparently, this person I know went, like, her friend was roommates with Karen Fukuhara in college. And they said she was super chill.
She seems it.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Although I did think it was funny. You know how like you'll have like a press day, so you just go from like either network to network or whatever in one day. So all the outfits are sometimes the same, or you'll change for whoever.
Yeah.
But I was watching one where it was like 4 of the guys and 3 of the girls. And I was like, you can just immediately tell there was no conversation on the dress code. Because Karen, she was wearing like a gorgeous, like floor-length gown.
Right.
Looked beautiful. And then Starlight, who is Erin Moriarty, I think is her last name, she was wearing like face beat to the gods, slick back ponytail, like cocktail dress. And then the guys are all wearing really casual clothes. It was
on brand, really, though.
I just thought it was so funny. I was like, there was no conversation here
Right.
on like what people are wearing for this press day.
No, I'd be the dude in like fucking flannel and jeans every day. Every press tour. Cargo shorts. Just chilling.
Not the cargo shorts.
The cargo shorts are great.
Horrible.
Cargo shorts rock.
I think they're good in certain cases, but I wouldn't want to be like promoting something and be like, cargo shorts.
No, see, like they'd be like, so cargo shorts, and I'd be like, yo, any time I've ever had to be with a girl, the extra pockets always matter.
Extra pockets.
They do. It was like literally, it was like the greatest thing because anytime when I was with my ex, and like we were going somewhere, none of your fucking clothes have pockets. And so you'd be like, hey, can you hold my wallet? Can you hold my phone? Can you hold whatever? And it's like, yeah, I can.
I don't know because
Pockets.
whenever Mark and I go somewhere, I always tell him to wear something where he can hold his own stuff. And then I'll bring like a purse with me for my stuff. And then he's like, will you put my phone in your purse? Will you put my wallet in your purse and my keys?
I don't do that.
And I'm like, but now my purse is 20 pounds. And it's
Those
hurting.
3 things are 20 pounds.
No, I mean, there's my own stuff in there already as well. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
No,
if you're going to put all your shit in my purse, you have to at least carry it because my shoulders will be hurting me.
for me, it was always usually, hey, can you hold my stuff?
Yeah, that's
So,
valid.
And then the extra pockets were very necessary.
Were they not purse girlies? I guess not.
No, they had some, but usually like it was because like we weren't going somewhere that was like most of their purses were much more fancier.
Oh, like a
for
clutch?
yeah, or well, she had a lot.
Okay,
But they were just-
imagine
No,
like
I know what
this
a
is the
clutch
size of the
is.
purse.
Yeah, no, I know what a clutch is. But you no, like, she had purses, but they were all usually like fancier, and so she would have like a over shoulder like bag, but that was usually more for like school shit or if she needed to bring a lot of stuff with her.
Like a tote?
Yeah. So like there was the in between of like if we were going out somewhere, she wouldn't bring that because she wouldn't want to carry it around all the time, and she's not going to bring the nice purses.
Oh, so
it was
she
just
didn't have like an everyday purse.
No, not really.
Gotcha.
So it was just like
It's very important. Medium size, everyday purse. And then you don't feel bad. Like, but don't get one that's so beautiful and expensive and extravagant because then you won't want to use it. Get one that's like nicely constructed and like medium price. That way you will want to use it. But if it gets damaged over time, you'll feel less bad about it.
I don't know what to tell you. I was like, it worked out for her. She would, and if she had her tote bag, usually she would just leave it in the car because she didn't want to walk around with it. So she would just grab her phone and
Well, yeah, because a
wallet or
tote bag
whatever.
is so fucking inconvenient. They're so huge.
Yeah, and so like, and it would just be like after like a bit, it'd be like, hey, like either I would be like, you want me to carry that, so you're not just holding these things in your hand, or she'd be like, hey, can you carry this? And I have the extra pocket, so I'm like, yeah, fuck it. It literally affected me none. So I was like, this works out fantastically. Cargo shorts are great, especially if you're dating somebody. Usually of the female persuasion, because guys have pockets they can deal with themselves.
I know, guys' pockets, you can fit your entire forearm in there. It's crazy.
Just start wearing guy pants.
So I have a pair of guy pants, but the pockets are so deep, I'm like leaning over to get to the bottom.
Falling into it. Just like a Mary Poppins bag.
Yes, that's what guys' pockets are, is a Mary Poppins bag.
I used, literally, there was, in high school, I had these jeans. I don't know what the fuck was up with these pockets. They were massive. I used to be able to fit literally everything I had in one pocket. Like, just as a bit. Like, I wouldn't do it usually.
Right.
It was like wallet, keys, phone, sunglasses, like a water bottle. And I just put all of that into a pocket. And, as a bit, I wouldn't just do that. But I could.
Yeah.
And it would be like, fine.
Mark has reading glasses, and he can fit the entire reading glasses in his pocket, no problem.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, most glasses I wouldn't say are like, your glasses are probably about as long as your phone. maybe a little longer.
I guess, but like I can't fit my phone in my front pocket,
Well, yeah, but guys can.
and it can't even fit in the back pocket. It sticks out.
Yeah.
Scam.
Well, just get better pockets.
They won't do that because then if we have the pockets, we won't buy the purses.
Yeah, well, and if you have also the fucking women's fashion is also just a nightmare and a half to begin with.
Yeah.
Like your sizing rules are
Completely
fucking
arbitrary.
insane.
Completely arbitrary.
The
There's
amount of-
literally no reason
The
to it.
amount of like hours spent just pants shopping with my ex, being like, yeah, but see, I'm making up numbers. I don't remember what her sizes were. I don't remember what the scale is. So
Right.
this is completely arbitrary. But like
The sizing is anyway.
Yeah, but like go to. I remember they're low. I was gonna say 20, but well, again, it was
20
arbitrary.
is big.
Yeah, it was arbitrary. But again, they're low. So let's say in like one store she's like a 3, and the other store she was like a 1.5, and another store she's like 5, like 5'2", or whatever. And it's like I remember her listing these things, and I'm like, this seems insane. The fact that it's not just a uniform scale across the board. Like for guys, it is 32, 32, 32, 36, whatever. Like it's just the lengths.
Now every single brand is different, and the worst part is you would think like things like pants should be sized in that universal way of like inseam to waist.
Yeah.
Very reasonable, very logical. But the thing is, every brand has different sizing.
Right.
Even when they give you the waist measurement, I could get a pair of 30-inch waist jeans from one store and they will be too big on me, and then another store and they will be too small.
Yeah, she would constantly bring up, she's like, and even when I find jeans that will fit, she's like, either they won't fit on my waist, like they can fit my butt, but they won't fit my waist, or they
That's
won't
a very
fit my butt.
Yeah, very common problem.
But they'll fit my waist.
Yeah.
So it's like I either can't get them on, but they'll fit me.
Yeah.
But it has to be a struggle, or not a struggle, but they won't fit my waist.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and like that whole thing, and it was like hours of just different shopping things. And I'm like, this just seems like a nightmare.
I saw a really cute like summery dress on Target the other day, and I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. And I thought about ordering it online, but I was like, let me not play myself. That's a mistake.
I was gonna say, I feel like ordering online for women.
So
especially is
I
terrible.
decided, let me see what their size chart says, because the size chart is based off of measurements.
Right.
But this size chart was lying to me. Okay, I went based off of the sizes, and based off of what Target said, I should order this dress in a medium. That's a whole lie.
Right.
Large to extra large at least. There is no way I'm fitting in a medium.
Which is funny because you're not big.
I'm not big, but I have a larger bust.
Right.
So to accommodate that, a lot of times, unless it's like a stretchier material, I have to get something that's going to be bigger. And because my shoulders are so wide, even if it would fit my like waist measurement, it's not getting over these shoulders,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm like, why are you lying to me? So you have to try on everything.
Yeah.
Unless it's something like this, where it's either like a men's or unisex t-shirt,
Yeah.
which come in standard sizes, you have to try everything on, even shoes.
Yeah. Well, I also think it's like, in a way, the women's fashion industry is playing itself, because like the reason why certain things are numbered weirdly and low and whatnot is because it's like to feel better about it. You're not a 32, you're a 2.
Yeah.
Like it's like that just seems unnecessary.
Well, the thing is like,
I'm a 1 in my waist, and it's like instead of a 36, and you're like, that just be the number.
so something that I had seen quite a while ago now was talking about women's clothing sizes, particularly like dress sizes, right? So that's where you will see things labeled as like a 2, 4, 6, and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. Typically refers to dress sizes. And they were talking about how a size 2 dress that would have been for sale in like the 70s would not be the same size as a size 2 today. the size 2 would be larger today.
Okay.
So someone who maybe wouldn't fit in the size 2 then could fit into it now, like you were saying, to make somebody feel better. Be like,
Right.
oh my God, I'm so skinny. I can fit into a size 4,
Right.
a size 6, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Even though if you tried on that same dress size from 50 years ago, you're not going to fit into it.
Yeah, it just seems like a fucking nightmare.
It is. If I go even dress shopping, because like I went to a friend's wedding last summer, and I was like, I don't really have anything that's formal enough for a wedding, because it was a fairly formal wedding. So I went to Macy's to go look for some dresses to see what I was gonna wear. When I tell you, I tried on dresses from size 8 to 14. That's insane.
It does seem wild.
Why?
Right.
It's so hard to know, and because everyone is slightly different, you're not going to know even the general fit. You can't even get an idea of what it's going to look like on you.
Right.
It's very annoying.
Yeah, no. Again, my only experience is mostly from my ex, and that it just seemed like a fucking clusterfuck.
It is.
It's like I get why most women just wear leggings.
Yeah.
You just don't have to think about it. They stretch.
They're stretchy. That like they're comfortable. It's easy.
Usually they also look nice.
They make your legs look nice. Like, everything is good all around.
Yeah.
And the only thing is, like, the thing also about leggings is you really can't buy, like, leggings that are too big for you because they won't fit you at all. Like, they won't fit at your waist.
Right.
They'll just be falling off. So then you do feel better about yourself being like, oh, the large is too big. Let me get the medium. Even though, like, the medium will be, like, squeezing your legs to death, but it fits your waist and you're like, wow, I'm so small.
It's so
That's
all
an
right,
experience
so
I've had.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Because so when it comes to leggings, do you usually do you have to think about your underwear for like imprint, or do you not think about that at all usually?
So I only wear thongs, so no.
Only?
Yeah.
It's your only form of underwear?
I have like the boyfriend shorts, which are like little teeny tiny briefs,
Right.
but I only wear those to go to sleep, or as like pajamas.
I was gonna say, I feel like most women I've known are like, yeah, I have thongs, but they're fucking uncomfortable. Why would I want to wear those all the time?
Oh, I personally think they are extremely comfortable. Like, you don't even realize you're wearing them. Maybe the thing is, one, there is a difference between a G-string, which is uncomfortable, and a thong. A G-string is just literally a string and then a triangle to cover up your vagina.
Right.
A thong has a little more fabric, and as long as you're getting it in soft materials, it will feel nice. If you're getting it in something where it's like really hard, rigid seams or thick seams, that will be uncomfortable. Or if it's too small, that will be uncomfortable.
Right.
But so no, personally, I don't ever have to think about what underwear am I going to wear with my leggings to not show my panty lines.
Well, but okay, but like, is that a thing that you would say most people think of when they're like wearing thongs, or no?
What do you mean?
Like that people are like when they're gonna or girls when they're gonna wear like leggings. Would you say that like most people that would be like, oh yeah, I do think about what underwear I'm gonna wear when I'm gonna wear them, or do you think most people are like, yeah, whatever?
I think if I had to assume, I would assume the average woman has probably, or I guess maybe depending on the age of the person, like a variety of underwear, right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure on the day that they choose to wear leggings, they'll probably try to wear something that's not going to show seams. Like, they have a lot of seamless panties now that are like regular panties that you could still wear and you're not going to see them.
Yeah.
Because
it's always just been something I've been curious about, and that's not to be like, fucking seeing someone with legs
Right.
and just like staring at them. But it's always just been like, because it is a form-fitting thing. So I was always curious
Right.
if like that's something that like is taken into account, where it's like, oh,
I mean, the same is true with bras. So if you're gonna wear something in particular, like let's say you're gonna wear like an extra form-fitting dress, and it's like low cut, or you want like your boobs to look a certain way, you will pick a different bra that day.
Right.
Or if you're wearing, if you're just going to the grocery store, you'll wear a different bra that day. In terms of like comfort, how you want it to look, the same concept.
Yeah.
Like I personally, I don't like push-up bras, and I don't wear them.
It's like not like you need them.
Well, that is also true.
It's unnecessary.
But I've never liked them because I think they're actually uncomfortable.
I think most women I've known usually say that they don't like bras in general. I think there's quite a lot of women in my life that I know that are just like, I don't wear them anymore.
Yeah, not wearing a bra is great, but when you have a larger chest, especially in the summertime, or if you're going to work out or do anything.
One person I'm thinking of specifically does, and she's like, I don't give a shit.
Any
bra.
physical activity, really, if you have a larger chest and you're not wearing a bra, you're just hindering yourself. It becomes painful.
I think if her alternative is a bralette.
Yeah, that's doing literally nothing.
Hey, man, I don't know.
Like,
I'm not the one making the choice here.
a bralette is essentially just, imagine, like, you know what a camisole is?
Oh, yeah, I know what they are.
Okay, so imagine a camisole, but cut.
No, I know.
Same level of support equals 0.
I don't know. Because I don't know. Like, I remember back in college specifically, a lot of the people I knew were like, yeah, no, I'm done with bras in totality. So it was like, all right.
I would love to not have to wear a bra. It would be great.
I mean, you could.
I could, but I would worsen my quality of life by doing that.
There was this video I saw on TikTok yesterday where it was like some woman was like, I recorded this cute video of me just chasing my kid in the backyard. And I was going to post it, and I thought it was really cute. Except then I listened to it, and it's like, and then you hear it. She was like, the day I wasn't wearing a bra, and it's just you hear her boobs slapping against her chest.
Yeah.
She's just running, and you're like,
yep.
And she's like, so I'm not gonna post that anymore.
Cause like, it's a lot of mass.
Yeah.
And just naturally with gravity, like this motion, after a while, you're like, oh, my God,
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I don't have to worry about that. My double D's are very firm. They're perky, and I don't got to worry about that.
I think firm is probably the better word, because perky is like when they're high,
It can be both.
I guess, but like firm is usually like tough.
No, I was making a joke about me being heavy, not being ripped.
Oh, I thought you meant like.
No, I am not at that level of jacked at all. I might be working out, but I don't think I'm ever going to be that level of. I'm not going to be Justin level jacked.
Oh, well, I don't know anybody else in this friend group that could be Justin level jacked.
My goal is just to be flat stomached.
I feel you.
So,
I feel that.
like,
attainable goals. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm the same.
My goal is not 8-pack or even 6-pack. It's just
trim.
Tone.
Yeah, you want to look good in clothes and good nude, but you're not out here being like, I need to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah, no, not my goal.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm the same.
Yeah, I'm just like, I want to be able to look in a mirror and be like, nice.
Good job.
Yeah. Self high five. Walk out the door.
You should high five the mirror.
I do every morning. I wake up and I'm like, stop.
This is corny. It's a good what do they call it? Like self affirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I do it every day when I wake up. That's why the mirror's right there when I wake up.
The mirror is actually on the ceiling.
Yeah.
So you open your eyes. Hello.
Yeah, I'm just like, sup. Anyway, the boys.
Yes, sorry for that detour just now.
It's a solid detour though.
But yeah, I think I'm definitely curious to see how this season is going to go.
Yeah. Do we know how many episodes it's gonna be?
I don't. Let me look it up. But I think like my whole thing is I just wish the boys were a little more present and useful in their own show.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Because maybe this season is just like the villain spotlight season.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the villains have got to be doing a lot of setup. There's going to be 8 episodes.
Oh, okay.
So episode 6 is in 2 days,
Yeah.
and then we have 2 after that.
So maybe this is like a villain setup season. So season 5 is like a payoff.
Yeah, because season 5 is the last season,
Oh, okay. So maybe season 5 will be a payoff for all this villain setup.
which is great because for a hot minute there, it was themed like they were going to be like, oh, we'll just keep making it, and everyone was like, no, for the love of God, just know when to end something.
Yeah.
Which is like the worst. The amount of like shows that like extend their runtime
That just keep going.
Yeah, when it's just like no, just have a clear arc.
Yeah.
And end.
Yeah.
It's like because like Shogun getting a 2nd and 3rd season, and you're like,
What?
yeah,
I thought the whole thing was that they weren't doing more.
yep, no, that was, but then it did really well.
I mean, yeah, but wasn't the whole point that we're encapsulating this whole story in one season?
Sure was.
Like, what is season 2 and 3 even supposed to be about? Like, we're just gonna watch
The political
John build up his life.
yeah, the political like goings on after for the
So-
aftermath, and Blackthorn just walking around being like, you sniffling fucking Catholics.
I just I don't understand why. I thought the whole was
It was, but it did really well.
I know it did really well, and I think
And when does Hollywood ever not cash in a check?
I just think when you produce something that's high quality art, it's okay to be like, look at what I've made, and leave it there.
Look at what I've made in Bask.
Exactly. Bask in the glory of my project.
I agree entirely. I'm like, I was very good with it being a
My
limited,
day is
a
ruined.
limited series TV, 6 episodes in and out.
That's why it's called a limited series.
I was very happy with that. Now, if season 2 is just as good, I'll still be like, all right. But like, look, I would have preferred if it was just done. But if it's just as good as season 1, I'll support it. But it has to be meaningful. It can't just feel like they're doing it because they can.
I think I will watch season 2, but I might be doing it with a frown on my face
Yeah.
and furrowed eyebrows.
Yeah.
You know, and I do think it is going to be quite a task to follow up. Like you said, in a meaningful way. Like, yeah, they could just continue the story and it could just be bullshit. But for it to carry the same effective payoff as season 1 and feel like this nice, perfect little thing
Yeah.
is a very tall order.
No, I agree.
We'll
But
see.
We'll see. Right now, at the very least, because the Bear is also has an end date. I don't remember what.
So I know season 3 is coming out, right?
Yeah, it is currently coming out.
And
Well, not coming out. It is out. They just do binge drop.
I thought they do
No,
weekly.
they do binge drop.
Gotcha.
Um,
Isn't it Hulu though?
yeah.
Hasn't Hulu been like kind of rocking it with their
The
weekly
Bear is
releases?
has
always all at
been-
once.
Yeah,
Oh,
has
okay.
always been
I didn't
all
know
at
that.
once. At the very least, there is a season 4 renewed, which we knew about. I don't know if we know what they'll be past that. It might only be season 4, but we know that the Bear has an ending.
Also, I heard that they're still gonna try for Stranger Things. What is it, season 4 now, or season 5?
Isn't it season 5?
And it's not supposed to be coming out till 2026, and they're going to be using de-aging technology on the stars because they're all in their 20s now.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair,
Which, like, is
COVID
not the
really
stars'
fucked them.
fault
Yeah,
because-
COVID really fucked them.
Because time is going to happen regardless of the circumstances.
The 5th and final season will consist of 8 episodes.
For Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I just don't know how I feel about that.
It'll
Personally.
take a year to shoot.
And a year to de-age 15 fucking kids
The
who are
amount
all
of-
adults.
The amount of money they're going to spend on it.
Oh my god.
Um,
What if
it says it says it's aiming for next year.
why don't they just do a time jump? Well, I guess that's stupid. I only watched season 1 of Stranger Things, TBH, so
Okay, well. Because they can't.
because they can. Okay.
Season 4 ended in a way that they can't just time
on
jump.
like a cliffhanger?
Yeah, mid 2025. But yeah, it ended in a way that you couldn't just time jump
3 years
yeah.
later.
Yeah, it was not the way that season ended. So we're just gonna have to figure out how that goes. Which it's another one of those shows where I'm like, you probably could have cut it at like season 2,
Probably.
maybe season 3, but like
I don't know if it's
season 1 was like a perfect season of TV.
I watched season 1 and I really liked it. I also just thought like all the child actors were really charming. Like I think they did a great job.
Yeah.
Like to have 10 to 13-year-olds and then like you have like the older high school kids and then like the adults. I think everything was really well balanced. Like they had like a lightning in the bottle moment with that cast at that age.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, Hollywood wants to cash in.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I do think season 2 was also fantastic. I think, if I remember correctly, season 2 only had one misstep, which was the episode that took place outside of, what town are they in again?
I don't know.
Whatever
Smallville.
Whatever the town they're in, that I'm forgetting the name of.
Creepyville. Spookyville.
I think that was season 2 that had like one episode outside the town in the city, and it was like that episode was terrible because it was like building the world in a way that nobody cared about.
Gotcha.
And then, or that was season 3, one of those two. But like I remember season 2 still being fantastic, and season 3 I remember also liking, and season 4 I think is still like all right. The problem is that one of the entire storylines kind of just feels like you're redoing another storyline that already happened. So you're like, I don't care about this. Let's see the other ones, please, because this is just telling me a story I already know. So I don't know. My experience with Stranger Things has still been a net positive, but I think
So you saying I should actually invest time to watch the rest of it?
You've watched worse things, so yes.
I mean, you're right. But I don't know, because I watched season 1. I really enjoyed it.
I think 2 and 3 are still
I
solid.
feel like season 1, and maybe it was also because I was watching it during like the Halloween season, so it kind of felt like this perfect, timing, because I was in the mood for like spooky season kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, I really enjoyed that. Let me watch season 2. And just as I was watching season 2, I don't even think I finished it, to be completely honest, because I just felt my interest just fading away.
No, so season 2 I think is great, except for episode 7. It is season 2. I looked it up.
This is a Netflix 8 episodes situation, yeah?
Yeah. And then I think season 3 is also fairly solid. I don't remember disliking my time. And then season 4, basically the storylines that didn't have to deal with Mike and Elle were great.
Okay, so I watched pieces of, I think, season 4 because Mark was watching it, and because now they're in high school, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was like this whole ongoing thing with Elle and like not fitting in and like being bullied and this, that, the other thing. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like the first episode or 2.
I'm like, didn't we go through this already?
Well, yeah, but she moved. She left the town.
Oh, okay. When
She
did
went
she?
to California
Oh, okay. Why?
because of stuff in season 3.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fair. I didn't watch season 3, so.
Yeah. There was a reason. But yeah, so I would still say it's worth watching, but season 4 for me like when the story was about Mike and Elle's arc, I thought that was not great. But the other arcs, the other 3 storylines were great, or 2, whatever. I don't remember how many storylines there were.
Right.
Because they keep doing the thing where they separate into groups and then all merge.
Right.
And each season, and I'm like, for the most part, it works. But every now and then, it's like, Jesus Christ,
We
none
could
of these
change
people can
change
fucking
the
stay
pace
together.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, gang. Let's split up.
Yeah. We're literally. All right. Well, I would say you watch it.
Okay.
We could talk about it if you do.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for watching this week's episode of the Vaguely Anime Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave a review, follow. Check out Cat the Moonstar on Twitch. And you have 4 weeks to watch Carol Tuesday. So get on that. Netflix, 24 episodes, 25, 24.
I think it's 24.
24 episodes. So, yeah. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.